Real-life medical drama. It's Emergency tomorrow night. But now here on ITV1, plenty of football action. It's Soccer Sunday.
Soccer Sunday is in South Wales. More than 30,000 Middlesbrough fans have made the trip to Cardiff for today's Carling Cup final, and we're with them. Hello, this could be an historic day for Teesside. It's Middlesbrough against Bolton Wanderers in the League Cup final. They kick off in about 90 minutes' time. We'll link up with Roger Thames and Simon O'Rourke in Cardiff, inside and outside the Millennium Stadium. John Beresford has never won a major trophy in his 37 years.
Thanks for that.
Middlesbrough have never won one in their 128 years. Bez hopes to see Borough break their duck this afternoon. Newcastle also play later. They kick off at Portsmouth at 3. But we lost a few games to the weather yesterday. Sunderland and York were whiteouts, but we do have 9 goals for you, including another superb free kick from Hartlepool's answer to David Beckham. We'll try to squeeze in some of your comments as well in the next half an hour. Our email address is soccersunday@tynetees.tv. The text number is 86088. Start your message with the word SOCSUN. OK, let's make our first trip to Cardiff. The roof is closed at the Millennium Stadium, and under it for us are Roger Thames and Borough legend Bernie Slaven. Good afternoon, gents.
Ian, hi, how are you? Welcome to the Millennium Stadium, a very noisy Millennium Stadium. It's an absolutely glorious sunny day here, but you wouldn't know because the roof was shut by 11 o'clock and it completely transforms the atmosphere in here now. It's just like being in a closed arena, and it's really quite chilly in here as well. The Borough fans have been coming in for about half an hour. They're in the north end, that's behind us here, and they're really starting to get into the mood, and nobody's in the mood more than good old Bernie Slaven, who's got his cup final suit on, looking the part and really enjoying the atmosphere.
Yeah, it's a fantastic, no doubt it'll be a great atmosphere generated, especially with the roof on, but it's what about we do on the park. You know, people are predicting 3 and 4-0. I can't honestly see it going like that. I think it'll be a tight affair. I do see goals in it, and I can see us coming out as victors.
You're really excited, aren't you?
I am. I mean, 128 years waiting for a trophy, Rog. This is my 5th cup final. The first one I played in, the other 4 I've did the radio. Let's hope it's today. These fans deserve it.
What about the atmosphere in here and under the roof?
It's different. I don't know how the players will respond, but surely you must be able to play in this. The pitch is perfect. The conditions and the surroundings are fantastic. Let's go for a Borough one.
Everybody obviously on Teesside and North East very excited about the whole thing, but we've got to try and keep a cool head as well. I mean, you do believe that Borough have got the better side?
Yeah, I do. Individually and collectively, I think I said it during the week, we are a better team than Bolton. I don't think it's just my opinion. I think that's a general feeling. But we must go out and do it. If we go out and don't produce, we won't win the cup. If we produce, we will bring that elusive trophy back to Teesside.
And everybody feels this time, it's just got to be this time.
It must be, Roger. If not, I'm going to nick the cup and bring it back to Teesside on my own. We need the cup. We need it.
Do you want to predict a score?
2-1 to the Borough.
2-1 to the Borough. Well, Bernie's confident, Bernie's smiling, and we're really building up here. Now, back on us again in moments. Ian.
Roger, we were coming back either with Middlesbrough or with Benny. Just Sunday when you're shoot it.
I'm going to be pleased for McLaren to give a nod. I mean, now we're right to give a go down to Cardiff, but he's on the bench. I'm up here with you. Victory. 2-1 victory. Early prediction there from Mr. Beresford. Right, let's catch up with some fans in Wales. Everybody on Teesside, somebody who's travelled to Cardiff. Borough Supporters Club have planned the weekend to the very last detail. Even hired a club for a pre-match pint. Simon O'Rourke is understandably delighted to join them.
Welcome to the Cardiff ex-servicemen's club. But today, it's really Cardiff ex-servicemen's because today's the Flying the Moon pre-match Borough Club.
Yeah.
And that's your idea. Who came up with the idea to have your own club? I love this.
Good, isn't it? It's definitely for South branch. He's been here for months and he arranged it all, and that's brilliant, ideal.
I come from Hulse, isn't it?
Good, absolutely.
And what's the vibe like? A couple of hours before kick-off, Everyone looks fairly relaxed.
People feel excited. I think there's obviously nerves. I think excitement's to the fore. I think this is the one. This is the time.
You've had a look inside the stadium, yourself's looking pretty good.
Exhaust, absolutely unbelievable. Such a matte ball roof across. Acoustically, obviously, it's spot on. You can tell it's going to be absolutely lifting in there in a couple of hours' time.
I mean, we all know what the team's going to be and that sort of thing. Are the fans talking through the tactics of it all now? Who's going to win, who's going to play where? How are you going to beat Bolton, that sort of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing to go into a final where you're pretty sure who's going to for both teams. And there is a lot of comparisons between the two sides. I can't think of things tactically this one. But I think for me that the key will be in midfield. After Eva and Boateng could do it, they could be the men who impose themselves on the midfield and stop Akotching the ball.
You mentioned the name JJ Okocha. That's a lot of the pre-match hype Bolton-wise has been about him. Is he a man you fear?
No, I don't fear him. I think he's a really exciting player. But he's one player. It's what happened to us in '97 in the cup finals then was that everyone was looking at Juninho, the individual. You've got to win as a team, and I believe we've got a superior team to Bolton.
And you guys who've been running your fanzine for 15 years, what will it mean to you to see Gareth Southgate lift that trophy?
I don't want to think that. I don't want to go there just yet because I don't know the answer. You'll have to come back to me to ask me because I cannot picture it. But it will be. It will. I said the other day to you that it will be like lift off for us and come back to me and ask me.
And hand on heart, predict.
Heart says a win. Head says a win. 3-1 Middlesbrough.
Well, that's good. But if the heart and the head says that as well, here at the Borough Club, we're all ready for the match.
Thanks very much, Simon. Borough making the headlines today. Sunderland fans had an unexpected opportunity to spend yesterday afternoon in the club. John, the match against Norwich was postponed.
Yeah,
Bit of a backlog going on for Sunderland. They could have done without that, couldn't they?
Really couldn't. I mean, I made my way up and it finally gets called off and it's the last thing that Sunderland needed. And that's the problem you have, you know, you're competing, especially in the FA Cup. I mean, most important for me is them getting in the Premiership, and they're going to have game after game after game over the next 6 weeks.
So many conversations at the moment. Sunderland in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Great performance during the week. And your lads next, Sheffield United.
It's the Blades. And I've spoken to my friends, and they're delighted to get the draw also. I think there's two teams that didn't expect to be in this position. And you find yourself one great performance. They're neck and neck in performance-wise, you know, but if whoever performs on the day will get through, and you find yourself in the semi-final of the FA Cup.
Let's move on to the UEFA Cup. As we've said, Sunderland didn't have a game yesterday. Alan Shearer didn't have a game this week, and apparently he wasn't too happy about it.
Not at all. And for him to actually come out and say it in the press, you know, says a lot as well. I just don't understand it. All Bobby's got to do is pull Alan to one side and say, look, I'm going to go with this team. You think you need a bit of a rest, and you have a little chat. But I wouldn't have thought taking him all the way over there and then just checking him by chance and saying, oh, by the way, you sub.
He will play
Not
this
a good
afternoon,
idea.
of course, I'm sure. Away at Portsmouth.
Not a bet.
An important match. Liverpool are 1-0 up at the moment against Leeds, fourth place. The chase is very much on.
Well, it is, and Newcastle players will see that as well. You know, I fully expect Liverpool to get the result against Leeds, and it'll just make sure that... I don't think Newcastle will get beat. I know they'll get a result down there, but they do need the 3 points.
OK, well, Newcastle are going for the UEFA Cup. Sunderland are still in the FA Cup, but today, of course, it's about Middlesbrough and the Carling Cup. Back to Cardiff now. Here's Simon again.
So this is it, this is what it's all about. This is the Millennium Stadium in Cardiff, and today it is like a small suburb of Teesside. It's a wonderful stadium, it's possibly the best in the British Isles at the moment. The roof will be closed today. As you can see, the Borough fans are already here en masse. They are hoping and praying they are going to see the first major trophy in Middlesbrough Street, and we will be back with more from inside and outside the Millennium Stadium after the break.
These stylish black leather sofas are just $5.95 the pair, plus save up to 6% in the court sale. But hurry, sale must end Sunday.
I wish I could fly.
Once again, we're testing Surf 99's day guarantee. You can. Today's test, Chicken.
Fly way up to the sky, but I can't.
No problem. It removes blood as well. Well, it's himself really can 99 top stains. Take his word for it, or try tossing a celebrity yourself.
Electric shivers across my skin. It's like a fever, and you're my only medicine.
Touch, the new fragrance from Lynx.
Looking for a holiday that's something special? Welcome to Saga, a company that specializes in great value holidays for today's over 50s, that welcomes thousands of people to exciting destinations all over the world. To discover new activities or simply have a great time, just phone 0800 50 55 60 for a Saga brochure and start planning a fabulous holiday today. Saga, welcome to the time of your life.
Nicotine CQ protects you from cravings around the clock.
Do you always make a mess of painting around those tricky areas? Well, now you can get a professional finish every time with the amazing Easy Painter from JML. Look, just release the guard, load your paint, flip back the guard, and you're ready to go. Perfect edges again and again. The Easy Painter into paint tray, roller and faller covers, all for only $4.99. It's at Homebase, Woolworths, Pound Stretcher, Focus and Wilkinson stores now.
It'll be hard work, but it will work.
Time to hand the reins. Is it worth the effort? Really more than that. I've got no chance. Maybe I have.
When it's important to you, you need a bank you can trust.
Hello, and welcome to
a brand new series of 2D TV.
Call That a Whale song.
Bigger, better, and even more barbed.
An amazing performance for a bum haircut. It lasted a full 60 minutes.
2D TV, 10:30 next Sunday on ITV1.
Tony and George.
Well, these were the scenes at Teesside Airport this morning. They reckon it's the busiest 2-hour spell they've ever had there. Thousands of Middlesbrough fans were heading off in high spirits on charter flights to Cardiff for the Carling Cup final. As you know, our team has travelled to South Wales as well. We can link up live again now with Roger Thames, and the atmosphere is building inside the Millennium Stadium. Do you have some team news for us, Roger?
And have you ever seen Mr. Cooper on Soccer Sunday looking a picture of elegance like this? Very impressive suit there, Con. The turn? Very good. You chose the pink, I understand.
Oh, absolutely.
I think you were. You're a bit like those air stewards off Mile High.
I think we look very smart. We'll live there.
Excellent. And I think the question here is, what is the mood in the Borough camp then today?
Well, obviously we're all really up. I mean, you can't not be up. You sort of turn up at a place like this. It's fantastic. You know, I think we all just hope that for all these people stood behind us that we can take the Carling Cup back to Middlesbrough.
Now, the team news is, unfortunately, the suit is staying on, I understand.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, well, I think I've been disappointed before, but it's a big kick where it hurts, and it's not very nice, but, you know, I think we've been through this before. The manager's got decisions to make, and someone, but, yeah, I am very, very disappointed.
But from now, you're the Borough's #1 fan, is that it?
Oh, that's right. I mean, you know, I always have been as a player and what have you, but it's just, you know, I think the opportunity to play here, probably my last chance, and it's just a massive blow, but hey, you know, we all want to win this cup. It'll be great for our football club and great for the region.
Shouldn't have had such a good season and maybe wouldn't be disappointed today.
Yeah,
but
maybe.
The team, you know, it is the team we expected, and on the bench we're going to have, obviously you've got Brad Jones, the keeper, Stuart Downing, Macarone, Michael Ricketts and Chris Riggott, three attackers.
Yes, well, I think the thing is, you know, there's no point, with all due respect, there's no point coming to an occasion like this and trying to defend a 0-0 or a 1-0. It's this is games that you've got to win, and I think, you know, fair play to the manager. I think young Stuart Downing wasn't on the bench last week at Newcastle, but I think if there's one player in our football club at the turn of a coin can change a football match, and if it needs it today, great for him.
Colin, enjoy the day anyway, and you do look immaculate. You can always go to a wedding.
Thanks very much.
All right, see you again later. Thank you.
Thanks, Raj. That'll make up for it, won't it? I happen to know that Steve McLaren actually wanted the players to wear red ties and the players wanted pink, so it looks like the players won the vote there anyway. Your heart goes out, Coops, doesn't it?
It really does. From the heart, as a friend of his, you know, I'm gutted for him. But from my head also, McLaren's got it wrong. You can see Cook's face there. How influential he would have been if he'd have put him on the bench is what he would have been like round the changing room now. Cooks is just will want to get as far away from that changing room as possible when you need him in there. He would have been able to lift spirits. He could have been a great help to Steve McLaren in a totally different way, just being on the bench. He had enough subs if he weren't going to use him in forwards-wise there. I still believe they'll win it, but I just think a bad decision there.
Yeah, disappointing for Colin. Let's hope there aren't any more disappointments for Borough this afternoon. Let's hope there aren't any controversial refereeing decisions either. This season's Cup final referee was supposed to be Jeff Winter, but he's a Borough fan, so he'll be shouting at the referee instead. He's in Cardiff with Simon.
Every Borough supporter on the planet wants to be here in Cardiff today, and one of them is here now, Premiership referee, and there is no doubt, Middlesbrough fan, Jeff Winter. How does it feel to be here?
Tremendous, but it'd be a lot better come 5 o'clock tonight if we've won the Cup.
And do you believe that's what's going to happen?
I sincerely hope so, but I've been following the Borough for too many years to ever count on anything, so we've been let down so many times in the past, but I've just got a funny feeling today could be our day.
There does seem to be that general feeling around the place, around Middlesbrough. You sensed it all last week that this is the one. Are they right to feel that?
It's just a knife edge because Bolton and Middlesbrough, you know, there's not a lot to choose between the two, and I think the fans are just so desperate for success that they believe in it's the only way it's going to be, and it's a long, long way back to the northeast from Cardiff if we've got beaten.
Will you be able to disengage yourself from the refereeing part of it today and not look at the official and actually support your team?
Not really. I'm supporting my team, but I've got a lot of friends in the Bolton camp on the Plain side, and my best mate in football, Mark Halsey's a Bolton supporter, a referee, so we stopped the same hotel tonight, so I've got a bottle of champagne which I'm either going to drink or smash over his head tonight, so it's going to get used one way or the other. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on the officials.
I'm sure you wouldn't change anything about having Borough here, but I understand that if Borough weren't here, you might have been here anyway.
Well, the rumor was that I was refereeing the final, but the Borough's here and that's more important. There's other games to referee, but this is the biggest chance I think we've had in our history of winning a cup, and I'll settle for that. Having said that, if we lose, I'm going to not be very happy tonight.
OK, Jeff, very quick score prediction from you then.
2-1 to the Borough, and Juninho's got to score.
Get yourself away and enjoy the game. Thank you very much indeed.
No
Cheers.
Yeah.
Simon O'Rourke, Cardiff, Jeff Winter, incognito. We'll get some predictions for the cup final soon. A 7-goal thriller would be good. We had one of those in Division 2 at Wycombe yesterday, where Hartlepool United came out on top. Andy Kerr reports.
A trip to bottom club Wycombe must have been just what Neil Cooper wanted to get his side's promotion bid back on track. Avian Williams got back on the goal trail as early as the 4th minute. But no team led by Tony Adams is just going to turn up and die, and they level through Ian Simpemba 4 minutes later. Hugh Robertson made an immediate impact on his home debut last week, and just in case you missed that display, Scotsman fired another fantastic free kick 2 minutes later. 10 minutes gone and already 3 goals. The pace didn't let up either. Wayne McSporran, who ironically has never played in Scotland, soon had Wanderers level. Without a win in 10 games, Wycombe needed a helping hand from Lady Luck. Danny Sender using a hand to block Darrell Clark's shot wasn't exactly what they had in mind. Mark Tinkler tucked away the penalty. Only a minute gone after half-time when Williams grabbed his second of the day to give Pools breathing space. It won't be challenging Robertson in the Goal of the Month competition, but they all count. Nathan Tyson did pull a goal back to give Neil Cooper a nervous final 25 minutes, but 4-3 was how it finished.
Just about every text message today is wishing good luck to Borough. The exception is from Adam in Hartlepool, who says that Hugh Robertson got one of the best left foots in the game, and he's proved an absolute star for them, hasn't he, John?
Unbelievable. We've seen him now time and time again. For Hartlepool, they'll just fancy themselves anything from... I mean, I thought this was a little bit too far out. You could be critical on the goalkeeper, but that's a great finish. I mean, previously, when we showed the free kicks before...
This was the previous week against Blackpool.
Exactly. You know, same again, same distance, and he's so unlucky in that situation. You just want him on every dead ball situation there is. I mean, he'd already stuck that in previously when they made referee take it again. I just can't believe he's not on penalty, because it'd be a lot easier for him. Andy
Kerr saw him in action and christened him Hugh Lauren Robertson, which we thought was quite good. In Division 3, York City against Scunthorpe was postponed, but Darlington escaped the big freeze at Bury, and the Quakers are still on course to escape relegation.
The long-running off-field problems look like they could come to an end this week, and if a bar is found, they'll acquire a team 3 points clear of the drop zone. Barry Conlon put Darlington in front from close range in the 19th minute. It's only one defeat in 7 now for Dave Hodgson's side, and barring sporadic attacks, they always looked in control at Gig Lane. In fact, but for Glyn Garner in the home goal, they'd probably have put this game beyond the reach of Bury before the interval. Chances continued to come and go for the Quakers. They couldn't find that second goal to kill off the Shakers. And eventually they were punished. The knockdown wasn't cleared, and Matt Barras lashed the ball past a helpless Michael Price. Conlon thought he'd won it late on. Players and fans celebrated the goal, which would have put 5 points between Darlington and the relegation places. But all were left mystified by the linesman's flag. It finished 1-1.
OK, back to the big one, the Carling Cup final. It's time to get some predictions, so let's ask some experts. A panel of ex-players who watch Borough and Bolton in the Premiership, on the Premiership week in and week out. So, who do they think is going to win?
I just think if Middlesbrough had someone they could really rely on up front, really totally, I could hang my hat on him, as I know that given half a chance he'll take it. I think if they had one there, I wouldn't hesitate in backing them to win this game. I think they've got enough to win. They've got the quality in midfield, they've got the quality at the back to win it. I just wish they had a little bit more up front.
I think for Middlesbrough, they'd be quite pleased that they're running right into form at the right time. When I call all their big players are starting to turn up now, you look at Zandon, you look at Mendieta, you look at Juninho, they're all right on top of the game. And if they can get a hold of that, especially that midfield area, and make things tick, then I think they're going to make it a difficult day for Bolton.
I'm going to go for Middlesbrough simply because I think defensively they're probably a little bit stronger. Bolton didn't warm up too well. I know Middlesbrough can say the same thing with Saturday's game against City. The defence went missing on occasion. I know Ekiog and Southgate had their problems as well, but I think those two are very, very strong. And I think Middlesbrough are pretty organised, good at getting behind the ball, and I think that might just sway it in their favour.
I think that Borough perhaps have the edge. I like the way that they're organised. Obviously they came to White Hart Lane and beat Spurs on penalties. We knew we were going to be in for a hard game. They came through at the end of it, and I think they've looked at this competition. I think Borough will just edge it, but it's going to be a close one.
Right, forecast from the head tells me it's going to be a very tight game. A really tight game. A forecast from the head tells me it's going to go. I would say Middlesbrough just to nick it 2-1. Yeah, from heart, I hope they win it 4-1.
OK, we've got time for one final visit to the Millennium Stadium. The players are soaking up the atmosphere, and so are the reporters. Roger is there for us. Roger, you've covered some cup finals for Tyne tees over the years. What's your feelings on this one?
Well, I'll tell you one thing, it's noisy down here, Ian. The feeling on this one, well, we've had some disappointments in the past with Newcastle against Manchester United and Arsenal, with Sunderland, I remember the Milk Cup, Norwich, Liverpool, playoff finals, but this time everybody feels this is the time. That Bolton are a beatable opposition. They are a good side, but they don't have formidable nature, which has frightened teams in the past. So this time it's got to be. We should have one last word with the people who really matter today. The Porters and Borough have got loads here today. Got a few younger ones. Give me an idea if they can do it this time. Borough going to win.
Going to hammer them.
What do you think the score's going to be?
2-1 to Borough.
What about you, Stu? Conf as well?
Yeah, 2-1 to Borough, definitely.
2-1 to Borough then?
Captain, 2-0. Come on, Borough!
Let's have a word with two of the fans at the back there. Gents, you must have seen a few disappointments in the past. This time, is it going to be right?
No, this time the cup's coming home where it belongs. Come on, Borough! Come on, Borough!
What do you think, sir? What about a score?
I think we'll win 2-0. I think it'll be 2-0. We keep Kevin Davies quiet, we'll win the game.
And who's going to be the man of the match for the Borough?
I think Mendy will win.
Well, at least the fans are confident down here. Great turnout. This time, it's got to be the Borough. That's it for the Millennium Stadium. Up the Borough. Good luck to them.
Thanks, Roger. Some great stuff there. I tell you, it's not just the Borough fans who are behind them. Texts from Newcastle, Sunderland fans, Hartlepool fans, everybody saying good luck to Middlesbrough this afternoon. John, what's your prediction?
Well, as you can see, Roger's been going down there all them years, pulling his hair out with that and getting a result. My result is my hair's still in, because I'm predicting it is going to be the right result for Borough. Everybody's predicting 2-1, because there's going to be plenty of goals, because of the amount of abilities on the, on both teams. I think both teams will score, but it will be 2-1, and Juninho will score. There you are, Mystic Bez.
Mystic Bez. Juninho to be the key man this afternoon. Borough to bring cut back. How confident are you on a scale of percentage-wise? 100 and...
Oh, 200. That's me, a footballer, actually.
That'll for us, mate. OK, that's it from us. It's about time for the talking to stop. We'll have the Cup final highlights here on ITV1 Tyne Tees at 11:50 tonight, with more updates on our bulletins at 5 to 2 and at 5:30 this afternoon. A leap year day only comes around every 4 years. A cup win is even more rare. Middlesbrough have waited 128 years to win their first ever major trophy. Come on, Borough.